Hello, everyone. It has been quite some time since I have hopped on here to do a Facebook Live. So happy New Year. It is January 2nd, I think. I don't know if you're all feeling like I am, where I am not too sure what day of the week that it is. The reason I wanted to hop on here tonight, aside from saying Happy New Year to you all, is that it is that time of year when I am launching another round of the Hormone Project and the Simplicity Project, and things are very different within these programs this year. And so I have been getting a lot of emails. Hi, Chantel. Happy New Year's to you too. I've been getting a lot of emails, a lot of questions, and I thought this is the best way to just capture it all and to really break down the difference between the Simplicity Project and the Hormone Project, because they are two very individual programs. They're very different from one another. And as you know, everybody could benefit from taking both of them. But I think when you're trying to decide, hi, Stephanie, which one is the best one for me where I'm at right now, that's what I want to dive into tonight. So starting off, let's talk about the Simplicity Project. So the Simplicity Project has been around for years now. This is a program that is based off of my book, The Simplicity Project, and it takes all the teachings from the literature and the black and white information in that book, and it brings it to life. Now, how things have changed within the Simplicity Project, which is so exciting, is that I've always done this online. So we've been able to do this with people from over, we've had people from over 13 countries in the world come into this program, which has been really exciting. And I've never done it in person. Now, this year on January 23rd, I am actually going into partnership with Nature's Emporium. Now, they have 4 store locations. We are launching this initially at their flagship store, which is the Newmarket location. But the Simplicity Project is actually going to be live and in person starting January 23rd. So I want to take you through what that means, how this is different, the different bonuses that you get, the type of community that we're creating, and how this is going to impact you in your life, making decisions and choices when you're grocery shopping, when you're prepping your food, how you're moving your body, your sleep, your hormones, and how you really are going to be able to interlay this with your family, your coworkers, whomever those people are that are the constants in your life. So it is 6 weeks long. Every Wednesday evening, we will meet in person at Nature's Emporium for 2 hours. We have blocked this time out. We meet upstairs in the kitchen area. This is going to be a very hands-on experience, the Simplicity Project. There's going to be a lot of opportunity for live Q&A, a lot of opportunity for people to also be, sharing where they're at to help one another along the path. In our week where we're talking about exercise and movement, we don't have chairs. We are using yoga mats. We're in our workout clothes. You are going to actually take the theory, the information that you're learning, and you're going to be putting it into practice. So the Simplicity Project is for the person who, they're the learner. They're somebody that's in that phase where they know they want to make a change. They're feeling kind of funky all over in their health and in their body. They've got a little bit of stuff going on with digestion, bloating, a little bit of weight gain, bowels might be off a little bit. Like they're just feeling like they're in a funk, and they don't want to overwhelm themselves, but they want to learn more. They're ready to kind of go to that next level. Also might have some inflammation, some skin issues like some acne, eczema, different hormonal issues that are showing up, trouble sleeping, and really feel very confused in this day and age of how do I eat? One day you wake up and you're told that you should be consuming super high fat, moderate protein, very low carbohydrate. The next day you could wake up and be told, well, that doesn't matter. What matters is that you only eat for an 8-hour eating window and that you're doing intermittent fasting. And then the next day it's like, well, none of that matters. Just don't eat sugar. And so it can be very difficult to try and understand how you should be supporting your body. So we break down a lot of those myths and those barriers as a group and help you as an individual understand what's really going to serve your body best. So over the 6 weeks, every week has a very specific topic. So week 1 is all about digestion and inflammation, because this is where health really begins. If you are, trying to do a cleanse, or you're trying to support your thyroid, but your gut is still out of whack, well, then you're only going to get, honestly, like 50% of the results trying to heal your thyroid if you don't start with your digestion first. So that is always our foundation. Then we do move into out of digestion and inflammation into your hormones. So we focus on your adrenals and your thyroid, 2 full hours that is specific to that. So what are the signs and symptoms? How do you know what's really going on in your body? What is the blood work you need to be requesting from your family doctor? And what are the appropriate ranges that we are trying to educate ourselves on, so when we get our paperwork back, we are able to see whether or not things are actually fine. And we don't want to be fine. We want to be optimal. And so when we can start to actually peer into our blood work that's coming back and understand our signs and symptoms, we're better able to advocate for ourselves and to recognize if our body is in a suboptimal state. So we spent a lot of time in week 2 on that. We talk a lot about your supplements. We have a whole night that is all about your skincare, learning how to do a lot of your own do-it-yourself so that you can reduce the cost of a lot of the things that you're buying and you're accumulating in your home. You learn about your finances, meal planning. You get sample meal plans, recipes. You get both of my ebooks, The Simplicity Project and The Simplicity Kitchen. You also get a sample weekly workout plan. So this is a 6-week program. And honestly, what you learn in these 6 weeks is just huge. Now, the wonderful thing about partnering with Nature's Emporium this time around that I've never had the opportunity to do before is you are going to get a physical workbook, not a digital workbook. So this is like a binder. This is like a touch with like a beautiful cover on it. And every week you're going to arrive, you are going to get your class material for that week. You are also going to leave every single class with free product in hand, almost like a little starter kit for some of the things that we're talking about that I want you to begin to implement. So for instance, when we are talking about digestion and inflammation, you are going to go home with some digestive enzyme assistance to help to decrease your bloating, your indigestion, your gas, your belly upset, to really optimize breaking down your food. When we are talking about adrenal health, we are going to be sending you home with some different adaptogens to be able to help to support those adrenals. So those are the types of things that we're going to be talking about. You're also going to get your very own personalized code for a discount off of all of your groceries at Nature's Emporium for your entire 6 weeks. So that's massive. I mean, any little bit that you can save as an individual or as a family when you are grocery shopping, especially when you are purchasing organic and non-GMO and healthier products, every little bit that you can save, it just puts so much more, not just back into your pocket, but it helps you break through that barrier. It is a huge barrier for a lot of people. One of the biggest things that they will say is, I can't afford it, or I don't have the time, I don't have the energy. So we are breaking down those walls. We are reducing the cost. We are putting that discount card into your hands. We are helping to connect you with what you need to have, putting your grocery list together, the meal plan, the recipes. You'll have the opportunity to go on a store tour as well that you can actually book outside of the class time so that you can get in and out in a shorter period of time. You will learn and know exactly the areas of the store that you want to be able to hit up to maximize what you need to put into your cart. You're also all going to get a free ticket to Ignite Your Life. So the ticket by itself is regularly $149 for this full day immersion that I host every June in Newmarket. So this is on June 8th this year. It's on the Saturday. You get swag bags. Nature's Emporium caters the event. I handpick this year. We have 24 grassroots vendors that literally surround the border of the room. You are inspired by guest speakers. You get a full workbook throughout the day. Like, it is everything that you are going to learn in the program. You walk into that room and it's like we've just the book and everything is right there for you to touch and taste and smell and to speak to the various practitioners and experts that you are hearing about throughout the program. So that's what the Simplicity Project is. It is completely group oriented. There's no one-to-one in that. You are learning as a community and you are becoming an accountability tribe for one another. So I think I've hit on all of that. So that one to register. So we only have 8 spots left. I'm only taking a max of 50 people into the program. We have 7 spots left. We have 43 that have already registered. We start on Wednesday, January the 23rd in Newmarket. We do not do the registration through Simplicity. It all happens through the store. So you can either email events@naturesemporium.com, and this is going to be recorded that I'm doing right now. So I'm going to post the recording, and we're also going to email this out to our list. You can also call customer service and pay over the phone and sign up. Now, the Hormone Project is a totally different program. In my ideal scenario, it would be fantastic if people went through the Simplicity Project and they had that foundation, or have at least read the book, or you've been following me for a while, and then you came into the Hormone Project. Or you are that woman that is just like, I'm so fed up feeling like crap. The Hormone Project is 3 months long. So it is double the amount of time as the Simplicity Project. It is all online. So we're like this. It is like, I recommend that you wear your pajamas when you're in class with me online. I encourage you not to wear your pajamas to Nature's Emporium when you're doing the in-person. But the online Hormone Project, these are 60 to 90-minute classes in the comfort of your own home. Everything is recorded. So with the Simplicity Project, it's live. It is not recorded. With the Hormone Project, we record every single class, and you have an entire library that you get at the end, because the information is a little bit juicier, and it is 100% about hormones. So this is very tailored towards the woman who is interested in healing, detoxing, and breaking the cycle of her horrible PMS, issues with her menstrual cycle, heavy bleeding, clotting, menstrual headaches, migraines, acne, infertility, the woman who is transitioning into perimenopause, menopause, and beyond. If you're dealing with adrenal issues, you have any thyroid issues, weight gain, things that are very specific to what is going on with your reproductive hormones like estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. If you have estrogen dominance, androgen dominance, polycystic ovarian syndrome, fibroids, this is what the Hormone Project is about. And the Hormone Project is a group, but you are getting one-to-one with me. So you get private consultations with me that we do like this. And unlike when you go to a consultation and you're sitting across the table from the practitioner, you know, you're excited in the moment, you're having this really good talk, you get these tips and suggestions, you leave with your notes, you walk out the door, and then as you drive away, you start to forget the really good info that you had during the conversation. In the Hormone Project, the reason that I love doing it like this, how we're communicating right now, is I use a platform called Zoom, and I record our call. So you have this conversation forever. So anytime that you kind of get lost on your path and you think, what did she talk to me about? What was that tip that she said? Or what was that revelation that I had about myself? I'm feeling lost right now. I need to hear my own voice again. You go back and listen to it. The other thing is that in the Hormone Project, I do a blood analysis. I do a Dutch panel analysis. So these are things where we give you the information of what we want you to ask your general practitioner. So we give you a full list of your blood work. We give you different scripts to learn how to ask for the appropriate blood work being done. And if your family doctor won't agree, then we connect you with another practitioner. When you're in the Hormone Project, you get access to our in-house naturopath, Dr. Laura Anderson, who also does Skype sessions as well as in person. So if you're not near her, we help you get connected. For people who are coming into the program from Europe and from the US, and from Australia, New Zealand. I mean, we've had women from all over the world. We help you get connected in your community to either a functional medicine doctor or an ND who will help you get that blood work done. When you have your consultation with me online, I pull up your blood work and all your results, and I walk you through every single detail so that you understand your own chemistry. You see, the difference and the empowerment when you know beyond, number one, a lot of us can think that our symptoms are in our head. Because we go to our family doctor or we go to a practitioner and we're told, well, that's just normal. You're fine. You're of this age, so that's to be expected. You're a woman. That's what's going to happen when you have your period. Blah, blah, blah. And the reality is that there are so many natural solutions that we can be incorporating into our lifestyle where we don't have to be struggling and in discomfort and feel like we're disconnected from our bodies, right? The reason I created the Hormone Project is I was at a time where I was feeling like that. And then I was having these conversations with my private clients one-to-one, and they were all feeling like that. And I thought, this is crazy. We are all having these secluded one-to-one conversations. This needs to happen in a group format so that everyone can feel like A, they're not living on an island by themselves, only person going through this, and B, learn collectively. So when you understand what's going on in your blood work, if there's something that we see there that's going on that needs further investigation, I want you to get the Dutch hormone paneling done and be looking through your urine, not just at your sex hormones, but how do you detoxify them? Are you detoxing them? Are you methylating properly? Is there a SNP within that genetic component that needs to be having some buffering and some support? What's going on with your cortisol levels? Is that the reason that you can't get out of bed in the morning, but you're wired and exhausted at night? Is it the reason that you're waking between 1 and 4 and your body just can't heal and recover? Thank you, Deanna. But so these are the things that I want you to really learn about. So the Hormone Project is very, very specific. And again, this is for the woman who is like, I feel like you have a camera at my house as you're saying these things. You are talking to me. I'm not just, I want to do this. I need to do this. I attract a group of women into this program. I only take 20 to 25 women. I took 30 the last round. It was way too many, because not only do you get private consults with me, but you get the email support. And when you're going through a program like this, where there's a lot of stuff that you're learning and uncovering, and I'm taking you through protocols for liver healing and detoxification and some chelation and your adrenals and your thyroid and your gut, there's going to be some bigger stuff that surfaces, and you need to be able to have that person, or in this case, you have myself and a naturopath, where we're your practitioners that you can bounce stuff off of, so we can make sure that we have you on the right path. And it was too many women last time. And I really pride myself on being able to deliver excellence. And so I've decided I'm taking 5 to 10 less women this time so that I can do an even better job at up-leveling that customer service and that level of care. So the Hormone Project starts on January the 21st. So this is, we do weekly classes every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. We're here, we're in my home office, which is also my bedroom, and we go deep. You get workbooks every single week, plus I prepare Coles notes for you. So your workbooks go a little bit deeper into some of the science, and then your Coles notes are like the breaking it down on a very understandable, action-oriented, start with steps 1, 2, 3 from what you learn each week. Everybody moves at their own pace. It is a 3-month laid out protocol for you, and you have a monthly meal plan, recipes, and a complete curated custom designed 70-day exercise and movement plan that incorporates yoga, Pilates, strength training, HIIT training, meditation, fascial work, and stretching. And every woman's approach is slightly different depending on what they have going on. So for instance, the woman who is in there who has a sluggish thyroid, is dealing with insulin resistance and massive weight gain that she has not been able to shift, her training and movement program is going to be slightly different than the woman that we are trying to add some weight and some lean muscle to her body, who has a ton of stress going on. Her cortisol is out of whack, and her resiliency is just like everything throws her off kilter, and she is full to the brim. That woman does not need more exercise, more intensity. We have to pull back and really restore her body. So again, yes, you're in a group, but there is a lot more customization in the Hormone Project. And that's why the price is so different from the Simplicity Project to the Hormone Project. Hormone Project is double the length of time. Everything is recorded. You have private consulting. You get a full library series that you have for life moving on. All of your workouts are me on video. So this isn't just written out in black and white. These are literally, all you do is press play. You can download them onto any device that you have, whether it's Android or it's iPhone. Like, we've made this whole thing so user friendly. It doesn't matter if it's an iPad, a phone, a Mac, a PC, like, it does not matter. It's accessible to everyone. And this is the beautiful thing, is we're going into our 8th round now. So every time we do this, we fine tune it and we get even better. And I will tell you this on a personal level, I have never been as focused and committed and in such a good place from a a clarity and business perspective as I am right now. I posted the other day that if you've ever thought about doing any of my programs and working with me, right now is that time, because we've been in a massive state of creation for the last 5 to 6 years in my company. And I'm not creating anything new this year. I have 2 programs that I built at the end of last year and a brand new book that are coming out this year, but I'm not making anything new. I am tweaking and I am up-leveling the experiences that we have already created and taking them to the next level. So the people who are coming into these programs are getting that next level experience. The other thing within the Hormone Project is you get our bonus mastery class series. So you get the weekly classes with me, plus you are going to get a weekly live Q&A with our naturopath, Laura. So this we do, you have your class with me on Monday, where you're learning about, like, 1 week it's just about estrogen, the next week it's only about progesterone and testosterone, another week it is about leptin and ghrelin, those satiation and hunger hormones, blood sugar stability. And then on Thursday every week you get into the room with our naturopath Laura, and it's all Q&A, and she helps to further break it down. So we give you this 4-day period of time where you've heard the initial information, and lots of people, stuff happens, and maybe you can't be on that class live, so you have 4 days to listen to the recording, and then you get to submit those questions to our naturopath. And then Laura comes on with you and goes through it. So the whole purpose, like my mission within the Hormone Project and Simplicity Project, is you understand. I'm not interested in just barfing out a bunch of information to you and then you walking away and not holding on to any of it. It has to stick, right? If we want to make the changes that we say that we want to make, if we want to feel differently, we have to create this level of repetition that actually creates the retention. If we are just grazing on the surface, and this is the problem, is that if we just do program after program and we jump and we're constantly hearing different voices, it's too much noise. And we get overwhelmed. And in that overwhelm, even though the foundation can be the best intention possible, and I have done this myself before, there's too much. And so all you're hearing is everyone else's voice. Your own voice starts to get quieter and quieter, and you start to doubt. You don't know if you should try this one on for size or that. And that's what the Hormone Project does, is we break that cycle for you and very clearly help you define, this is your step 1. This is your chapter 1. And then this is how we are going to move through. And we continually are reassessing, how is your body feeling? What's going on with your cycle this month? You will learn how to cycle sync. You will learn how to teach this to your daughters. You will learn, even if you don't menstruate anymore, how you can sync to the moon cycle, and how as women, the moon cycle impacts us on every single level. Physically, physiologically, on a chemistry level, mentally, and emotionally. And then looking at the different aspects of our life in the phases of our cycle and how we can or should be moving, how we can or should be nourishing ourselves, and really taking into account all of that, so that as you come through towards the end of our 3 months together in the Hormone Project, you not only have a plan that has literally been created and written for you, but you've now started to get to this place where you are going to know how to transition into your next few months out of the Hormone Project and then beyond, and living in your female body. So you get to this place where you are a whole lot more connected and more aware of your own self, and that builds a level of confidence. And in that confidence is how you continue to navigate those signs and symptoms, to decrease the struggles. Like, ladies, you are not meant to be suffering. It is the biggest gift of life, in my opinion, to be born a female. Our bodies are so beautifully talented, and the power that we have within us, but we are being fed this story and this notion, like, it sucks to be a woman, it sucks to have a period, it sucks to have breast, it sucks to have, a uterus, it sucks for this. And it's absolute garbage. And so many of us are just feeding into that and believing it, when it's the opposite. I believe the opposite of every statement I just said. I believe you have the most power as a female. I believe that reproductive cycle in your body, even if you feel like it has failed you, there is a greater good, and there is some level of servitude in what it has taught you along the way. And sometimes women join this program not for themselves. there are a lot of women who join this for their girls, for their daughters, and they end up learning a lot about themselves along the way. There are mothers and daughters that join this together. For every woman who comes into the Hormone Project, I really strongly encourage them, and I ask anyone who comes into my programs, you need to promise me that you will become an ambassador of what you learn, meaning you cannot covet the information. It is up to you. It is up to all of us as women to share this with others, to teach what we are being taught so that we can link arms with more women and help to empower them and get them to a place where they don't feel unwell all the time. Because unfortunately, it feels sometimes like there is an epidemic of that happening. And that's the big mission, is to just cut that out at the knees and empower us instead. So the other thing is that you get, so the mastery class. Oh, I also, for all the women in the Hormone Project, I host a very special in-home event at my house for all of those women. So we do that usually somewhere between like week 7 and 9. For those who live out of country or can't make it live to my home, we live stream it and record it for you, so you get that. And I bring a guest in as well. So I've had Joy McCarthy come in for one. I've had Dr. Satya Patel. I have Julie Daniluk that's coming up for one. I've had Dr. Laura Anderson. So I've had Marnie Wasserman, Samantha Gladish. I bring lots of really fantastic other experts in to help to expose you to a new voice, to shed some light on a different topic, and to simply help you continue your level of growth. I think, we get out of school, and for a lot of us, we stop growing, we stop learning. And these programs, whichever you choose, whether it's the Foundational Simplicity Project or the much more in-depth specific You Want to Heal Your Body Hormone Project, you're going back to school. And that is so exciting. And I love being your teacher and getting to open you up to all of the possibilities that our health and our body really truly has. So to sign up for the Hormone Project, that you do through us. So you would go to www.jenpike.com/the Hormone Project. And that one, we are 50% sold out. So we start January the 21st. And as soon as you sign up, you will get a questionnaire from us. You will get a hormone assessment from us. You'll get all the information that you can go and get updated blood work done. If you can't get the updated blood work done right away, don't worry about it. It's great to have, but you'll get it at some point. And in the beginning, we'll get started where you're at. So this is the thing, is that I'm not trying to change you in either of these programs. I don't want to change you. I want to help you be more of who you are. I don't want to make you different. And the way that I think that we do that is it's meeting you where you are at. So you don't have to do anything that anyone else is doing. And it's important to understand, like I said, you can't look to the person to the right or the left of you for how you should be flowing through this. Everyone's going to move at their own pace. But ladies, I'm telling you, like, the differences that these women in the Hormone Project have within 1 to 3 cycles of reducing toxic levels of estrogen, of never suffering from painful periods again, of, getting rid of their debilitating dizziness and chronic headaches, of stabilizing their blood sugar, of reducing their inflammation, of finally being able to sleep through the night, of finally being able to poop, of clearing up their acne, their hair loss slowing down and stopping. These aren't things that we're making up. This is stuff that is actually happening. Women who haven't been ovulating for more than a decade that start to ovulate within 2 to 3 months of changing up their lifestyle and simply being educated and empowered in the power that their body has. So yeah, I think I've hit on everything as to what the differences are. Any questions for those of you that are on live right now that I can help to answer? So the Simplicity Project is being run live at Nature's, and that one you actually reach out to Nature's Emporium and register through them. So we have 7 spots left for that one. When you register, your first night of class is when you will get your Nature's Emporium very special discount card that you can use for your entire 6 weeks of the program. It's actually 7 weeks you get the discount card for, because I asked after the last class if you could still have 1 more week to be able to do your grocery shopping and your purchasing, and they're so fantastic that they said yes. So this is This is the inaugural program. I've never done this before, but I could not turn down the opportunity with Nature's. My gosh, I've been shopping there for 22 years. They're the best family and company ever. And this is something that I'm hoping that we can continue to do again. But yeah, this is the kickoff one. And then the Hormone Project. So no, that one, yeah, so that one you will end up signing up through us. Mm-hmm. So your 2 consultations that you get need to be used in that 3-month period of time. So the first one we do towards the beginning of the program, and then the second one we do obviously towards the end. So if you end up getting your Dutch hormone testing done, I recommend that you span your bookings about 6 weeks apart. So by the time you order your test, so this is what your test looks like. So coming in from the US, so the lab that you are ordering it from. So you also get a discount code, and you will save $100 on your Dutch test when you are in the Hormone Project. So it comes like this, and you will get 4 or 5 little strips like this. So you're going to pee on this. You'll do it over a 24-hour period. You take your first sample at 5 p.m. at night, and it actually walks you through how you do everything. It's got little graphics, and it depends on what's going on in your body. So for those of you that are still menstruating, we want to try and capture your urine sometime between day 19 and day 22, because that's going to give us our most accurate reads of all of your sex hormones. If you do not menstruate and you are menopausal or postmenopausal, you can take the test at any time. If you have amenorrhea, where you are still in those menstrual years, those fertile years, but you haven't menstruated for a long time or you don't ovulate, then it also breaks down when you can take the test at that point as well too. And so once you do that, you put it all back into your kit. You have its prefixed mailing, so you don't pay for your postage. You put it back in, you ship it out. It is a 14-page report of findings, okay? So it is a 14-page report on your body, and this is what I walk you through and break you down. So the Dutch is normally, Daniela, $400 US, and in the Hormone Project, you get it for $299, okay? And this is, I can't even, like, it is honestly, ladies, I don't make any money off this. So here's the thing. This was the option. I could have been an affiliate and made commission, or I could have got a discount code. I chose the discount code because it saves women money, and I need more women to take this test. And your doctor doesn't know what this is. Your OBG does not know what this is. But here's the problem. If all you're getting measured is your estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and DHEA in blood work, it doesn't tell you your detox pathways. Do you know that more than 90% of reproductive cancers are estrogen dominant? And if we can see in your 3 pathways, there's 3 estrogens you produce, not 1. Your blood work only measures your estradiol. We also have estriol and estrone. Then you have 3 different chutes that your body can send your estrogen pathways down. 2-OH was the healthiest, 4-OH, which is the more cancerous quinone pathway, and 16, which is proliferative. So 16 pathway is like the fibroids, the cysts, it causes things to grow. When I work with women who are lit up in all of those areas, this is an opportunity for us to be able to see, you might up top look like your estrogen is okay, but you are not detoxing it. You're not neutralizing it. You're not methylating it. You're not moving it out of your system. And if you aren't moving it out, you are reabsorbing it. And this is creating a toxic load of estrogen dominance, and all of those signs and symptoms. The fact that we actually have test and access to things like this, and these aren't being used when women go in for their regular annual checkups, is infuriating to me, but also makes me even more passionate about what it is that I do. So you can't look at this, like, I would say, think of how much you just spent on Christmas, okay, on things that people might not even use. The excess, this is an investment. This is like finding the pot of gold at the end of the female rainbow, the amount of information that you get from this. You can go to the website, you can read more about it. It's Dutch test is what you are looking at. And the thing is that anybody can go and order the test. Like, you don't have to be a practitioner to order it, but you will not be able to understand what you are reading. You need somebody to be able to break that information down. So normally I charge $250 for the breakdown of that test, because I have to sit and review and analyze and then get you onto a call and take you through it. I charge you nothing inside the Hormone Project for that. That is just what I do. So if we can't fit it into one of your calls, when your data comes in, I will go on, I will record an entire video breaking down all of your results and your analysis, and I send you the video of your results. and I pull it all up on screen with a cursor, and I go through and I highlight, this is what you need to pay attention to. This is what we need to do in your lifestyle. We need to, eliminate this trigger, eliminate this. We need to add in this supplement. We need to take this herb to be able to push your estrogen this way. We need to do this to increase your progesterone. We need to get your testosterone out of this 5-alpha pathway that's causing your cystic acne and your hair growth on your chin and your hair loss. And we need to move it over to this pathway. And that's what this test does. And so it's not mandatory when you're in the Hormone Project, and not every woman needs it. For the woman where it is very obvious what's going on in her body based on her symptoms and her lifestyle, we don't need that. For the woman who feels like she's checking off all the right boxes, she's eating healthy, she's exercising, she's taking her foundational supplements, and she's doing everything right, and she is still not seeing the results and she's still struggling, that's when I'm like, we need to dig deeper. We need to do some investigative work and find out what's actually going on. Sometimes we're doing poop testing and actually looking at your stool and seeing what's going on in there. Sometimes we might do hair mineralizing testing, like, are you absorbing the food that you're eating? So it really just depends. And I have other practitioners who do some testing that I don't do, and I will refer you out to them. Part of what we do in these programs is help you to create a health and wellness tribe. Like, who are your people that have your back? You never want to have just one person, right? You want to have somebody who helps you like connect. And that's what I am. That's who I am. It's what I do. I'm a connector. So I will be your guide and your facilitator and your main teacher. And then I'm also going to help to connect you to people where you are so that you have a community that's supporting your health and supporting your goals. And that's what we really all deserve, right? Like, it takes a village. It takes a village. And that's what we are lacking, is that connection, that community, and the education. Okay. Any other questions before we hop off? And if you're just joining us, this is recorded and we will post it and we will send it out on email, but I wanted to get on here and answer those questions. Okay, so Simplicity Project, you're going to contact Nature's Emporium. You are going to grab one of those last spots. And Hormone Project, working with me one-on-one, you are going to message us, or you're going to go directly over to the website and put your deposit down and secure one of those spots. Okay, I think I've answered all of the questions here. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your night to join me. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. If there's any other questions that come up, please don't hesitate to post them here in the stream, and my team and I will keep an eye open for them and get back to you all. All right, have a good night, everyone.